What's up, guys? I am coming to you from the side of the road. So, long story short, I shot a video right before church, and our pastor literally taught on almost the exact same thing. It was incredible. But God put on my heart, he said, hey, I want you to reshoot it because there's some things I want you to add, and also some just really good wisdom I heard tonight. So what I want to talk about, sorry about that, I'm literally on the side of the road. What I want to talk about today is judgment. We need to ask ourselves, if we judge somebody or when we judge somebody, what is better, to judge and condemn or to extend help and extend prayer, regardless of if they did us wrong or not? You know, I think what we do lots of times as people, we get self-justification because somebody else did us wrong, right? I know you've been there. I've been there recently. You want to justify all your actions and your frustration and your anger on somebody because they did something to you. Let me tell you something. There was a woman at the well that just got caught in adultery. A lot of people wanted to stone her. A lot of people wanted to kill her. And Jesus comes up and he looks at each and every one of them and he says, ye who hasn't sinned, if you haven't sinned, then cast the first stone. If you haven't messed up in your life, then cast the first stone. Because the reality of it is you have messed up. I have messed up. I am not perfect. But just because you mess up in one area, it does not mean that you are a failure in all areas. So here's what I challenge you guys tonight to do. At 8:30 in the middle of the night, I challenge you to get a sheet of paper, write out all of your strengths, then write down your weaknesses, and write down the things that you struggle with and the things that you need to work on, because I need to work on some things too. We're all in this walk together. And one by one, we talk about showing people love. One by one, you can show somebody love and you can bring somebody to God. Now here's the thing, is you can shove gospel and truth down somebody's throat. And let me tell you something. Oh, how would I say this in the right way? You cannot force somebody to live for God. You can't. But you can love them in their times of hurt and in their times of need, to where maybe they'll get a glimpse of the way that God cares about them. Now, I'm not saying that we can show love whatsoever the way that God can show love to us, but what I am saying is that to the best of your ability, without sacrificing your own morals and without sacrificing your own walk, you could help somebody. So just remember, there have been things that you have done in your past where others could have cast stones and they didn't. Please, learn from a guy who's going through it. Learn from a guy who has gone through it. Don't start throwing stones. Because let me tell you something. That person, that woman at the well already feels bad. She already feels torn up because she knows what she did. She knows what she did was wrong, or he knows what he did was wrong. They're already down. Let me tell you something. If there was a man that you saw in a random parking lot that was getting the crap kicked out of him, would you not go and try to separate the fight, or would you go continue to kick? Would you go kick a random person down? The answer is no. That's a stupid thing to say. Of course I would go help. But what do we do when somebody hurts us? I love you guys. Show somebody some love today. This is coming from a guy who understands, because we've all been there. You're not perfect. And guess what? Even if you're the woman at the well and you've messed up, at any given time you can come back to God. At any given time. It is not over for you. And what we tend to do as people sometimes is when we mess up, we say, listen, I've already grabbed the shovel. Bro, I've already grabbed the shovel. And what we'll do is we'll justify grabbing the shovel as digging a 6-foot hole. You can put the shovel down and you can start climbing out of the hole. God can help you. He's reaching his hand and he's saying, hey man, talk about it. I'm going to pull you out of the hole. We have to be able to work with God though. I love you guys. Show somebody some love. I got to get back on the road. You guys have a fantastic night. Oh, and by the way, you need to watch the message that I'm going to post after this. It was the message from our church service tonight, and it's incredible. It's incredible. God bless you guys. Y'all have a fantastic evening. Fantastic. Don't forget Bible studies every Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Y'all be good.